Alright guys, so today we have the New York Times playoff machine. It is back, it is better than ever, and let's break this down because we can see the chances of us making the playoffs depending on what situations happen. So starting off right away, we have a little bit different, well not a little bit different, a little bit things to break down. Starting off right away, on the right hand side here, we have the bye week. This is if you win the conference. Right now, we have less than a 1% chance to win the conference. Host a wild card game. This means, of course, if you win a division, 8% chance right now to win the division. And we have an 18% chance to get a wild card spot and a 73% chance to miss the playoffs. So it is what it is. We gotta start winning. We're 2-3 right now. But as we can see from these teams right here, there are different percentages that we actually can go up depending on what games we win. So for example, the 49ers game, we go up to a 41% chance. Going down this list here, as we win more and more games, that will go up. Now, keep in mind that if we go down this list here, right, there are certain games that, yes, if we win or lose, it will help us drastically. But there's also concepts of if our opponents that we need to lose, whether it's in division or AFC, if they lose, it's also going to help us out drastically. So, for example, if the Panthers win their game versus, the Dolphins, and they beat the Dolphins, and we beat the Seahawks, we automatically go up 5%. And that's just from that, little scenario there. And that's not even including the chance of, let's say, for example, I don't know, it was the Titans beat the Ravens in London, right? That's another thing that could happen. Well, now we go up to, we actually say it's the exact same. But our chance of winning the division goes up drastically, right? And then again, like I said before, let's say the Steelers, because right now the Steelers are number one in the AFC North. If, I'm going to struggle finding teams right now for some reason. Steelers have a bye week? Alright, Steelers have a bye week. Alright, that would help them out drastically, right? To not be in a bad situation. The Browns do not have a bye week. I know they played last week. Browns, they played 49ers. Let's say the 49ers win that game like they should. For this week, it actually doesn't change anything, right? For this week, it's not changing anything, but hopefully that makes sense. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So starting off right away, yes, we need to beat the Seattle Seahawks. If we lose to the Seahawks, we drop down to a 19% chance to make the playoffs, right? It's ugly. It really is. But if we beat the Seahawks, we go into our bye week 3-3. We're now sitting at a reasonable 29%. I know that's reasonable enough. But if we come out of our bye week and we beat the San Francisco 49ers, we actually jump up to a 44% chance here, with an 18% chance to win the division, and 26% chance to make the playoffs, and a 56% chance to get out of the playoffs. So again, that game is drastically insane. If we go on the next 3-game winning streak, I know it's going to be difficult. Yeah. 64%, and it only goes up from there. I mean, we beat the Texans. We're now sitting at 68%. We beat the Ravens. We're now sitting at a 13% chance to get a bye week and win the conference. Right now, I'm looking at best case scenario, obviously. But let's say we did beat the Steelers, beat the Jags. We're almost sitting at a 100% chance to make the playoffs. We beat the Colts, which is a winnable game. Vikings. Not 100%. We're not 100% chance yet. Alright, well actually, we're 100% chance. I just realized that. Let's see. 100% chance. So, in theory, right? And I'm just gonna, this is best case scenario, obviously, guys. Okay, this is best case scenario. We'll win all of these games. We'll win the playoffs. Okay, that's obvious, right? But let's talk about realistically things that could happen. So, starting off right away. Alright, so Seattle is going to, let's say hypothetically speaking, we beat Seattle, right? Alright, going down this list here. Now, these are only games that matter, obviously. You can see right here, they're actually highlighted. So, for example, let's say the Browns lose to the 49ers, which I think is very plausible. It's not me hating Browns. That's literally just the fact the 49ers are a good team. Let's say, I think Buffalo beats the Giants. Cowboys, Chargers. Let's say Cowboys win that game, okay? Eagles, Jets. Eagles win that game. I think the Dolphins will beat the Panthers. I don't really think there's any question about that. This game doesn't matter for us really at the end of the day, but I'm just going to put it in there anyway. I'm going to put all these games in there just in case. Let's say the Colts win that game. Let's say the Saints beat the Texans. I don't think they're going to, but let's say hypothetically speaking they did. Ravens, say the Titans win that game. And I guess I'm just gonna go with the obvious wins here. So like that, and then let's go away. I guess Arizona. Actually no, let's go Rams there, and let's go Lions. Okay, so that's right there. So if all that case scenario happens and we beat Seattle, we walk away with 35% chance this week from going to the playoffs. A 1% chance of a bye week, a 14% chance of hosting wild card, which again, win the division, and a 20% chance of going ahead and getting a wild card team, or being a wild card team. All right, week 7. Sorry, week 8. This is after we have our bye week. If we lose to the 49ers, we drop down around 4% chance to make the playoffs. So it's not a drastic drop. Obviously, they're out of conference opponent. It's not as big of a deal. But let's say, for example, going down this list here, the Eagles beat the Dolphins. All right, 32% chance. Chiefs at Chargers. I think Chiefs win that game, which is actually going to help us out drastically. I know it's crazy to say that, but the Chiefs winning helps us out because the Chargers are a wild card team. Let's say the Colts beat the Browns. Okay. Let's say the Lions beat the Ravens. Kind of going down, actually. Wait, if Ravens win, do we have a better chance? Yeah, the Ravens win, we have a better chance because we could be a wild card team. Let's say the Ravens, let's say the Lions win that. Let's say the Lions win that, okay? Let's say the Rams beat the Steelers, which I honestly think is not that crazy to say. I know that might sound crazy, but that's not really that crazy at the end of the day. Like, the Rams are that good of a team right now. I mean, they played us tough. Obviously, we did win, thankfully, but that was still a tough game for us. Let's say Jags win their game versus the Saints. Patriots lose to the Bills. Although, I think this game could be a lot closer than we want to, believe. I think that game could be a lot closer. Anyway, though, let's go with Bears win. And that's technically, that's technically all that matters right now for us, but we'll just put in the rest of these games, and there we go. So, if we lose the 49ers, right, we walk away with a 33% chance. Now, if we beat the 49ers, with all those case scenarios happen, we jump up to a 50% chance to make the playoffs. But I think we're going to lose that game. Now, week 9. We play Buffalo. Now, before all of Buffalo's injuries and our team really getting going again, I would say there's probably like a 10% chance for us to win this game, just based on the fact that, listen, Buffalo was playing great football. We were, playing awful football, and I didn't think we had a chance. Then Buffalo lost Tre'Davious White. They lost the middle linebacker, Matt Milano. After losing those assets on their team, and again, this is not me taking a shot in any way at Buffalo. I feel so bad for them for losing those players because injuries are the ugliest thing that happen in football. I think we can win that game. I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be back and forth. But I think we could win that game. And if we win that game versus Buffalo, which is winnable, listen, 50% chance. 50% chance. Now let's go down the list here for week 8. Bills. Oh, gee. Did I do this thing correctly? I did, because this was our bye week. My bad. All right, so let's go through here real fast. Lions beat Raiders. Bills beat Bucks, I think. Falcons at Titans. This game actually matters for us. Falcons win that game. All right. Seahawks at Browns. I think Seahawks will win that game. Jags beat the Steelers. I don't think that's a question. We're the Ravens. Ravens might have a bye week this week. I think they do. Oh, no, they don't. They play the Cardinals. Ugh. I'll be honest, I think the Ravens win that game versus the Cardinals. I think the Chargers win. Like, I'm not even being, biased there. I mean, it is what it is. Eagles beat Commanders. Although I think the Commanders could possibly win the game. They played very tough last time. Giants win. Dolphins win. I think, honestly, I could see the Saints winning that game. Depends on the health of their quarterback. Rams, Cowboys. Give me Cowboys. Vikings, Packers. Give me Packers. All right, so now we got week 9 after we beat the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football. All right, so now let's talk about the rest of these games, okay? Titans at Steelers. Give me the Titans, man. The Titans are that sneaky good team that really just upsets people. Dolphins at Chiefs. Give me Chiefs, which actually helps us out drastically. Vikings at Falcons. I'll go with I don't know. This game doesn't matter. Cardinals at Browns. I really want to take the Cardinals here. I feel like they're a sneaky good team right now. I'm going to take the Cardinals. Rams at Packers. The Patriots. I'm just going to rapid fire these. I actually think that Seahawks can beat the Ravens. I truly believe that. That's not me taking a shot at the Ravens. The Seahawks are that good. They're 4-1 right now for a reason. All right, Texans, Panthers. No, give me Colts, actually. Give me Raiders, give me Eagles, and give me... This game's going to be very tough. It doesn't really matter for us either way. I mean, both these teams are technically wildcard teams, but I think Chargers win. All right, so 54% chance if we lose to the 49ers, we beat the Seahawks, and we beat the Bills. Now we play the Texans. I think we can win that game. We go up to on a 57% chance. Now, going down this list here, this game obviously, well, the Ravens game obviously matters, let's be honest. Matters more or less for the division, obviously. All right, so Panthers at Bills, that's not really a big deal. This actually is a big deal because of wildcard teams. And give me the Colts. Saints at Vikings, give me the Vikings. That game doesn't matter. Packers at Steelers, this game matters drastically. And this is where I'm going to have the Packers get the W. Buccaneers win this game. 49ers beat the Jags. Ravens, Browns. We actually, surprisingly enough, need the Browns to win because of how bad they're doing. And the Browns win their game. Falcons at Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals. Lions at Chargers. Give me the Lions, man. I think the Lions upset them. All right, and then Jets at Raiders. Give me the Raiders. Broncos at Bills. This is Bills. Broncos, I mean, you could help us out. That would be so great. So now going into week 11, we are now 66% chance to make the playoffs, 2% chance of a bye week, 53% chance to host a wild card spot, 11% chance of wild card, and then obviously 34% out. And currently, we're leading our division 5-4, 4-6 Ravens, 3-6 Browns, and 3-6 Steelers. Which again, like I said, you can tell me down below if I'm being brutally on it or brutally, biased here. But I don't think I am. I think all these games I'm saying the Ravens, Steelers, and Browns can lose. It's very plausible that they could lose those games. I'm not saying 100% they're going to, but they could. Here's the problem, though. If we beat the Ravens, we still have 82% chance to make the playoffs. We're not going to. It's going to be a short week after playing the Texans. It's a Thursday night game, and I think we're going to lose that game. And that's going to really, really hurt us. It's going to drop us down here to a 60% chance, and it means the Ravens are going to season sweep us on the season. So that's going to really hurt us. Now, if we win that game, that's going to be the pivotal game of the year pretty much, right? Steelers, Browns, so this is awesome because now both of these teams are going to, just like knock each other out of the playoffs. Lions, Packers, Chargers. Give me the Packers on an upset. Dolphins beat the Raiders. That's not a question. Giants, Commanders, okay. Panther, give me Cowboys. Titans, Jags. This is actually helping us out because we want the Jags to win the division. Give me the Cardinals in the upset. Oh, I'm giving Texans. Okay, I gotta stop predicting the Cardinals win every game. Bills, I think Bills win. Rams. Give me the Seahawks, actually. Vikings at Broncos. This game doesn't matter. I think Eagles could beat the Chiefs. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it does help us out somewhat in the long term. But yeah, again, like I said, this game versus the Ravens is going to matter drastically. Because if we win, right? And all those other case scenarios happen, we drop up to an 82% chance. And that's such a good freaking chance, man. That's such a good chance. I think we're going to lose, though. I really do. I think it's going to be a tough game, and I think we could beat them. It's just in Baltimore. It's a short week. There's so many different stipulations that are going on. I don't know. I'm so back and forth. Because if we win this game versus Baltimore, and then we win against Pittsburgh, we are sitting at a 92% chance and a 79% chance to win the division, guys. 79% chance. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, we do win this game versus Baltimore and Pittsburgh, right? Hypothetically speaking. All right, week 12 here. Let's go. These games do not matter for us. This game actually does matter. Give me the Jets on an upset. Give me the Jets on an upset right there. Falcons, Panthers, Titans. Give me the Panthers actually gonna win. The Panthers gonna win. I think Colts. I don't know. I'm gonna go Bucks here, man. I'm gonna go Bucks. Giants on an upset against the Patriots. Is that even an upset? I mean, the Patriots, man. I think the Browns will beat the Broncos. I don't think that's gonna really do anything. Texans beat the Jags. Raiders. No, Chiefs beat the Raiders. Come on now. Cardinals, Rams. Give me the Cardinals, I guess. Give me the Rams. I'm gonna stop going all Cardinals. Eagles beat the Bills. I think that is very plausible. Chargers beat the Ravens. And then obviously Vikings beat the Bears. All right, week 13. Do we have this already? No, we do not. Okay, so now going into week 13, we said a 90% chance to make the playoffs, which obviously hosting a wild card is 8% chance. 73% chance to host wild card, 8% chance of a bye week, 9% chance of wild card. All right. This game's going to be tough. This game is going to be very, very tough. We win that game, and depending on stipulations, I think we're in the playoffs. Rams. Let's say the Rams beat the Browns. Patriots, Chargers. I think this is realistically speaking the Chargers win. Titans, Colts. Okay, that thing doesn't really matter. Saints. Give me the Lions, actually. Falcons. I think the Steelers win that game. I'll be honest with you. Bucks. Dolphins. Give me the Texans. Give me the Eagles. Actually, give me the 49ers. I think that's going to be a good game. Give me the Chiefs. So now this means going into this game versus the Colts, we're now 98% chance to make the playoffs. We win that game. Depending on stipulations, we are 99% chance to make the playoffs here. Patriots beat Steelers. I don't really... What's going to really drastically... Nothing's going to get us a 100% chance to make the playoffs this week at least. So, for example... Packers beat Giants. Let's say Dolphins win. Let's say Cowboys win. Let's say Chargers win. Chiefs win. 49ers win. Raiders win. I was going to say Vikings win. Rams, Ravens. This is going to be a tough game. Ravens win. Jets win. Saints win. Jags win. Yeah, this is not really going to matter for us. So now going into this game versus the Vikings. We win this game. We're now seeing a 100% chance to make the playoffs. 100%. And the rest of these games do not matter then. So let's go back. And let's continue this just for the craps and giggles here. These little strands here. Let's say we do beat the Steelers twice, right? Well, I think it's possible. We're going to lose to the Chiefs. We beat the Browns, right? Now let's go back and actually, realistically speaking, talk about games we could lose, okay? We could lose Buffalo game. Would not matter. The Ravens game. Would not matter. Actually, would matter. 99% chance. But we'll talk about... We'll have to go through and update the things that, actually matter. Seahawks game. Okay. 94% chance. Jags game. That's when we drop drastically. But if we beat the Seahawks at least, we're at 86% chance, even if we lose these games. Vikings, I don't think we lose that game. Say we lose one of the games to Pittsburgh. Yeah, that is a drastic drop. But if we beat the Jaguars, we still have a 93% chance. So let's actually go through and put the rest of these games in. So, for example, week 15 here. Raiders win. Let's say Bears win. I think actually Browns win that game. I think Browns win. Broncos, Lions. I think Colts could beat the Steelers. I really do truly believe that. Packers. Let's go Titans here. Jets at Dolphins. Give me Dolphins. Giants, okay. A lot of these NFC teams, I'm just putting in teams, guys, because the NFC doesn't matter as much. Ravens at Jags. This actually matters a lot, though. This game matters a lot for us. So, this game, if the Jags win, we go 97% chance to make the playoffs. The Ravens win, we have an 89% chance. I think the Jags would beat the Ravens. Then, next week after that, 49ers beat Ravens, which is very plausible. 100% chance to make the playoffs. And that's even with losing all of these games. Now, let's say we lose to the Jags. That's going to be a tough one, okay? Even losing to the Jags here, we still need some help here, okay? Bills win. Colts win. Give me Seahawks. Give me Titans, actually. Lions, Vikings, give me Vikings. Commanders at Jets, give me Jets. Packers, that game's not gonna matter. This game matters drastically. Texans beat the Browns, even losing to the Jags. 66% chance to make the playoffs. Jags win, Bears win. Actually, I think this game, no, it doesn't change anything. Let's go with Dolphins win. Let's go with Cowboys win, actually. I think Cowboys get a dub there. We actually need to be a Cowboys fan there. Chiefs win. Eagles win. Okay? Now, this actually matters drastically, too. The Dolphins beat the Ravens, which is very plausible. 100% chance to make the playoffs. Now, is it 100% just a wild card? Yes. Okay? Yes, it is. Let's say Jets win. Actually, let's say Browns win. Bills win. Bears win. Colts win. We still say 100% chance no matter what. Could win our division. Eagles win. Bucks win. I'm just going to have all the 8. I'm just going to have it like this. Whatever. These games don't really matter. I'm just putting them in for purposes, you know. Seahawks beat the Steelers. Broncos. I think Chargers win. Packers at Vikings. I think Vikings can win that game. And then our last week of the season, we have Lions, we have Packers, Titans, Jags, give me the Titans. Texans, Colts, give me a Colts. And these games, again, like I said, do not matter at all. But we have to put these in here to see what happens if we lose certain games. Patriots, Saints, Giants, Cardinals. I mean, I guess I'll go with that team. Chiefs, I think, could win that game. 49ers. Commanders, Cowboys, give me Cowboys. Bucks at Panthers, Zeros, Ravens. Alright. 100% chance to make the playoffs, obviously. 1% chance to win the conference still. And that's with us losing all these games. Okay? That's with us losing all these games. We lose to the Seahawks, we're 100% out of the playoffs. 100% out of the playoffs. But again, that's us losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, what's ironic, we're not 100% out of the playoffs. If we lose that game, but the Steelers win, and, oh my gosh, okay, we got to go back here. The Jets win, the Jets beat the Browns, and the Steelers win, we're 100% chance to make the playoffs here. And that's if we lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. And we go 7-10. You're telling me there's a chance. Alright, but on a real note, I think we beat the Seahawks and we lose the 49ers. I think we can beat the Bills. I think we can beat the Texans. We'll lose to the Ravens. Beat the Steelers. This game's going to be up in the air. I think we can beat the Jags. Colts game, I think we beat them. Vikings beat them. I think we season sweep the Steelers. Steelers' offense just looks so bad right now. Chiefs game, right now with how we're playing, and if we keep playing the way we're playing, I think we'll be fine. But if we do, obviously not, if we just turn it around, it's going to be a problem. But, like, for example, just going through here with the rest of the AFC. I mean, worst case scenario, let's now go through worst case scenario, okay? Worst case scenario here, obviously we lose to Buffalo, okay? We lose to the Ravens, I think. Worst case scenario is, let's say, we split with the Steelers, okay? This is, I think, worst case scenario. This is worst case scenario right here. These are the games that we could lose, worst case scenario. So now let's look at the fact of, well, let's say things do not go away. So the Ravens beat the Titans, okay? It's not really going to drastically change anything. Let's say that the 49ers, okay, I can, even worst case scenario, the Browns still lose this game. Even worst case scenario. Jags, let's say Jags win that game. Saints, actually that helps us out though, because that means the Jags, if they win that game, they have the division, and then they're not a wild card team, don't mess with us. That game does not matter in the grand scheme of things. That game does not matter. Alright, week 7 now. Let's go with, let's say the Steelers beat the Rams. Okay, does not matter toward us. Let's go with Vikings, Chargers, Dolphins. The Dolphins win their game. Chargers win their game. I mean, actually, that doesn't matter because that's just the AFC West. I mean, I guess wildcard team, that does matter, but drastically, it does not matter at the end of the day. Let's say the Ravens beat the Lions. 0% chance to make the playoffs. But that could change down the line. Actually, no, it's not because how we have it set up. So, again, like I said, it's going to be very difficult for us to make the playoffs at 8 and 9, which is obvious, right? It's obvious. So, we do need to win one of these games. But is it possible? Yes, it is possible. It is. There's a chance, right? If these certain stipulations happen, but we have to win a division then. And that's going to come down to the Ravens, Steelers, and Browns, losing some of their key games. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, I don't know. I think we could beat the Jags, right? We beat the Jags. Well, okay, what's the chance of us making the playoffs then at 9 and 8? Okay, well, what if the Ravens do beat the Lions? What if that happens, right? Because, again, that is possible. I'm not trying to be, impossible. Well, as long as we beat the Jags, we'll 100% chance to make the playoffs. And we're going to win our division. As long as we beat the Jags. Okay, well, what if we, hypothetically speaking, do season sweep the Steelers, right? Okay, 10-7, that's not a bad record. And, certain stipulations happen that we do not want to happen. Okay, well, I didn't realize I actually didn't have this game in there. Let's say the Steelers beat the Jags. It's not going to change anything. That's just going to help us out because that's not really going to help us out. We don't really care about that. Titans win. Okay, that's going to hurt us, right? Because obviously wildcard teams. Now, right now, we're going for their division, so it's not really going to change anything there. But the question is, well, what if, the Ravens actually, or the Steelers, or the Browns are doing good? So they beat the Cardinals. Okay, wow. The Browns, let's say the Browns beat the Seahawks. Well, it's not going to change much of anything. Okay, let's say, I don't know, the Steelers, we already have them beating the Jags. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right, so now the Steelers beat the Titans. Well, it's not changing much of anything. Let's go with, I don't know, Browns beat the Cardinals. Okay. Ravens beat the Seahawks. No. Not really any change there. Let's go with Steelers beat the Packers. Okay. Like, there has to be a lot of drastic things that happen. And the Ravens play the Browns, which actually helps us out drastically because it doesn't matter then what happens there. Ravens beat the Bengals. I already have that set up. The Browns beat the Steelers. But even if the Steelers beat the Browns, then the Steelers actually go 10-7, and we have a 0% chance to make the playoffs. But as long as the Browns win that game, we Gucci. Now, obviously, if the, Steelers were to, hypothetically speaking, Ravens played the Bengals that week, yeah. So, let's go to the next one. If the Steelers were continuing to win, and they were just going on a run like they did last year, things would get bad. Ravens beat the Chargers with still a 100% chance to get a wild card spot. That's nothing going to change there. Steelers beat the Bengals, obviously. You probably would have guessed that one, right? If, all these bad things happen to us and the Steelers win, then yes, the Steelers will be, fine. Alright, let's say the Browns are going on a run too, right? The Browns are going on a run. Where are the Browns? Okay, well, I already have them beating the Broncos, so that's actually not going to change anything. Let's go with Browns beat the Rams. Nothing happens. Okay. Let's go with the I already have the Steelers winning this game, okay, so that doesn't change anything. Where's the Ravens? I have the Ravens winning or losing? Okay, I do not see. I guess they're on the bye week 13? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, week 14. Let's say Steelers beat the Patriots. Not going to matter at the grand scheme of things here. Let's say, I think I already have the Ravens winning this week. Like I said, Steelers winning, out of us winning against the Colts. Let's say the Browns win. Doesn't matter for us. I already have the Ravens winning. Okay, so now Steelers, Bengals, and Browns win that game that week. Week 15 now. Let's say that the Ravens beat the Jags. 100% chance to make the playoffs. That's because the Ravens at this point, their rest of the season does not matter, guys. They do not matter because I already have them, winning the division now, and we're now just going for wild card. I have the Browns winning, and I have I think Steelers winning this, right? I do not. Steelers beat the Colts. Still 100% chance to make the playoffs. What's 7th seed? Alright, 16. Where are the Ravens? I think I have the Ravens losing. But again, like I said, it does not matter because the Ravens are already division. So at this point, we're just fighting for a wild card team, and that's not really going to change anything. Bengals, yep. We beat the Steelers, so that helps us out. Browns game. Now the Browns are the team that are going to be interesting now because now they're the stinker who are coming out of nowhere and trying to take this division from us, right? So they beat the Texans, doesn't matter because we split with them on the season, right? But now we play week 17. Browns win again. I think I have us losing, right? Yeah, I have us losing to Chiefs. 0% chance to make the playoffs. So the Jets have to beat the Browns here, or actually no, the Jets have to beat the Browns, and then we have to beat them week 18. So if all these stipulations happen, and as long as if the Steelers, let's say the Steelers win, it does not matter. Does not matter. So Steelers win, does not matter. Ravens win, obviously, does not matter. I think I have the Ravens winning here. No, I have the Ravens losing, but it does not matter, though. We have a division. This game is the only game that matters right here. This Browns at Jets game. And in the last week of the season does not matter. So, and that's worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, we lose 49ers, Bills, Ravens, and Chiefs game. Now, obviously, if we lose any of these other games, like the Jags game, 0% chance. And it's all this theory we lose the Browns game, obviously, 0% chance. You already know that. Seahawks game, 0% chance. So, yeah, there's every single possibility we could or couldn't make the playoffs. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. You want to know all the chances possible? There you go. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.